Hi everyone, welcome to your Friday tonight. Tonight was Transformers 1. Was it a flop? Plus our top 5 crossovers ever. All that and more in Transformers the Show.
Magical place, we're on our way there. With toys in the millions all under one roof. It's called Toys R Us. Soon after bedtime, when dark nighttime falls, Jeffrey and helpers stock up all the shelves. From ceiling to floor, books, board games and bikes, teddies, puppets and dolls, bags, spaceships and trikes. There's millions, says Jeffrey, all under one roof. It's called Toys R Us, Toys R Us, Toys R Us.
Well, look, we're bloody well on time tonight, aren't we? On the dot.
Yeah.
We went live 8 o'clock, so it's your fault if you're late. Right. Thanks for joining us tonight, chaps. We'll start straight away with the news.
I talk some TV, and now the news. Don't touch that dial.
We have a conversation on the hop.
We'll let people know who we are. What if somebody's watching this for the first time? They have no idea who our beautiful faces are. We should
Okay.
introduce ourselves.
Introduce yourselves. You go first.
Well, Jamie's on my screen. Jamie's above me, so Jamie could go first.
Okay, I'm Jamie. I'm the handsome young member of the team with good eyesight, Scottish, and Storm Toy Photography is my Instagram name. So yeah, that's me. I'm benevolent.
I love the fact you felt you had to explain you were Scottish. I'm Andy. I'm the one who's not mental in the group, and I am CrackK79 on Twitter, and yeah, that's about it. Really, not much more to say. Pete,
Not
you-
impotent. Not
I'm a
impotent.
Taurus. I love the gentle touch of a sea breeze on a Sunday morning. And you can find me on X.
Grinder.
I thought you were going to say on the beach.
Yeah, there you go.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm 49. I'm from Western Supermare. In my spare time, do you know what? I just like cutting the grass. I like getting the grass all sorted, getting it done for summer. That's what I like doing. Right, now that's out of the way.
Should we do the news?
Bloody news.
I think that was well worth it. I think we can all agree. Right, this is the new Super 7 Deluxe Transformers offering, which is going to come. It's Soundwave, obviously, for those of you who haven't picked up on it, and it comes in a retro VHS style box. This is going to be an Amazon exclusive, apparently, at least in America. $40 is how much it'll cost, and release is October 2024, so quite soon. And we have some pics of it, and I do love the box.
Yes.
This is one of those stupid things I'd buy just because it comes in that box. Even though
Not
I'm a
me,
fan of
because I'm a
stuff.
progressive. I'm moving forward. I don't want to hold on to the past.
How many figures have you got at the moment? Anyway, there it is. I think it looks really good.
Yeah.
Soundwave collectors, you've got, any of you have got to get this.
just
I would,
don't
I would say it
know-
should be VHS. Like, if they're appealing to
Yeah.
any market, it should be a VHS, shouldn't it?
exactly.
Yellow eyes.
Explain it to the kids.
Yellow eyes.
It will ruin
God.
me. If it will ruin me just having one, like just Soundwave. It's like
I need them
feel
all.
like
Yeah,
you
but that's
need
like
two or
the
three.
gateway, isn't it? Then you'd have to
Yeah.
buy
One
the other
or
ones
two
in whatever
or
VHS
three?
package.
I don't know.
Well, multiple, Jamie, because Jamie needs one in box, one with it outside of the box, one on top of the box, one next to the box. He needs plenty of them. Then we had this, which I think these were from Big Bad Toy Store. The first photos we'll see, and this is the Yolo Park AMK Pro G1 Optimus Prime and Megatron that they've got coming out. I think these ones are they're the advanced ones, but I think they're supposed to be more of the cartoon ones. Then Notrab, whose pictures you're about to see in a moment, he got hold of these to do some comparison pics with the original ones. So in a moment, you'll see the differences. So that's from the official site, Yolo Park there. And then here's Notrab's photos, which he had shared. So there's the two figures. And then side by side, the original one on the left, the new one on the right. So as I said, I think the one on the right is most supposed to be more the clean kind of cartoon colours, but they do look good.
Bloody sexy, aren't they?
Oh, bastards.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get them now as well.
Oh, types! One in box and one out. So many toys.
Don't worry, Ed. You haven't missed it. The third party news is still yet to happen. Probably in about an
Yeah.
hour or two's time.
Woo! Yeah, lucky you, Ed. Anyway, so there we go. And they come with all the usual bits and pieces you expect them to come with, and the same articulation that we've seen before. And some of these, they do look
I
really
really
good.
like them. Yeah.
But
I
it's
can't remember how
potential
much
for
these
QC
cost.
issues, isn't it? Because the other ones are so battle damaged, but any scrapes and cuts you could say is battle damage. But these ones are nice and clean, so
You
Well, Jamie-
justify it however you need to.
Yeah, you will be going at this with your magnifying glass. We know that. Just to check. But I mean, that Megatron.
Mm.
Well, I know that there is obviously the third-party one. What's it called? Romulus that we're getting. But this, yeah, if you're just wanting it to look like G1 Megatron in robot mode, this could be what you need.
He's your man.
Comes with a stand, and then there's the Optimus Prime one.
do you know
Yeah,
the stands are pretty? No, I don't think the stands are important. I think just get rid of the stands and just cut.
Does anybody use stands for theirs?
No.
Anybody in the chat? Have you got stands that come with like a
Audios, like both your audios gone a bit wanky. Pete, does their audio sound wanky?
Yes.
can you hear me now?
Does, which is weird because you have the cheapest microphone. Yeah. Sorry, Pete.
I just think the stands. I think there's better stands out there, and I think they should just get rid of the stands for the new versions anyway, and just get the price down.
Top 3 stands: handstand, bandstand, grandstand.
Grandstand has to be number one
Yes.
every time.
I mean, because they can
Don't-
stand
don't-
perfectly
don't-
well
don't.
themselves. They don't.
Oh, Blockies! Everyone loves
Blokees, Wave 5 of their Galaxy version, and these are the Transformers
Megatron.
1 ones. Leave it alone.
I'm wearing my dad's
Pete.
helmet. I'm wearing my dad's helmet.
Does look a
Wearing
bit
his dad's
Fisher-Price.
costume by the looks of it. But they do
Look
look
at me. I'm going to be a real boy.
There's B127, who may or may not turn into Bumblebee. Who knows? No spoilers here. Wheeljack.
Yeah, Blokees look
And-
good. My favourite toy line, if I not said, yeah.
You've always
Brilliant.
said that, Jamie. If
Yeah.
Day
there's
one,
anybody
weren't
who's
you?
been shouting it from the rooftop, it's been you,
Early
undoubtedly.
adopter.
Hound and Ironhide, basically the same body, just the different colours and different heads. That's the tracker, isn't it? I've
Cool.
forgotten the first word of it. There's a golden one as well, I think, coming, but that might be in a slightly different version of it. Orion Pax. Looking Orion Paxy. There's Pete's favourite. Oh, he's angry with
Hello.
you, Pete.
Hello.
He doesn't look angry. He's too cute to look angry, isn't he?
It's true.
I like the way they've given him. Well, no, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to give away anything. But some people may have noticed a little detail on him, other than the fact he's wearing his dad's helmet. Apparently, there's Optimus
Oh,
Prime
I
alongside
spotted
him.
it. I spotted it.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, I
yeah.
thought you might have. Hey, and they did the thing with the arm and Megatron, which isn't getting boring at all. And there's the axe that must be part of Optimus Prime now. They look great. They look really good. They always do. It's amazing how these Blockies have literally. I mean, they haven't come out of nowhere because they existed before, but these Transformers ones and the popularity of them now is ridiculous. And of course, Sentinel Prime with those angelic wings and the movie Sentinel Prime style bladed weapon, which is quite a nice little nod. Yeah, very, very cool. So that is all of the Blockies, I believe, which then takes us on to... This is the Studio Series Transformers 1 Deluxe Elite 1 Color Prototype. Although, I mean, we have seen pictures, official product pictures, but these are pictures of the prototype. These were shared by Marcelo Matera, or is it Materi? Either way. The 2024 Transformers inductee to the Hall of Fame. And you can see the hand-painted prototype. So this is the hand-painted one that they used originally. It does look good. Another fembot for Guzzy. And we continue. This came via TM Reviews, I think it was, on Facebook. This is the new Way Studios Collectibles and Gilgal Toys Bumblebee movie concept Megatron statue. That's a bloody long name for the thing, but it's basically Megatron, the concept Megatron in a statue form. It is 45 centimeters tall and features him in a shooting pose. and there's no concrete information about price or release date at the moment. Some people like buying this stuff.
Too many non-transforming Transformers nowadays, I find in the news. It's just
almost all non-transforming Transformers nowadays. That is what's in vogue, Paul. And we go with the fashions,
It's also
as you can tell.
Hasbro won't allow them to do it. I think Takara is the first one to. Oh, actually, Hasbro hasn't it? Because it's allowed. No, it was Takara. But
they started it with Action Masters, didn't they?
They did a crossover with another licensed company, haven't they? Which is transforming. But I don't think Hasbro will give it the license for Transformers, which can actually transform.
There's the show.
John's got a question. Do you think we'll get Ultra Magnus in Transformers 2?
No, because I'm going to write to them to say, please don't do this. This will make a boy in Scotland very upset.
Don't listen to him, John. We'll get it, and it'll be white. It'll be a white Ultra Magnus.
But I don't think it will
exactly
called
like
Transformers 2. I think it'll have another name or something like that, because I think Transformers 1 was to
Transformers
do with
1 2 for a football
1.
reference. Who's this? Zodiac 1968340 of TFW 2005, who has been doing the photos with all of the posing and the blast effects and stuff. He's got hold of the Dino King box set, the Legacy United one, and he's taken some photos. So again, lots of people are excited about getting this themselves. I like the photos. I like what he's done, but there's a lot of flight stands and there's a lot of blast effects. So some of them are a bit hard on the eyes, but I don't know. Does this make anybody more excited? Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay, aren't they? But they weren't great molds.
Yeah, this is the only thing. I mean, I know some people like them and they're fun, and I've had that, been explained. I think,
they're not Blokees. They're not instantly.
No, they're not as lovable as Blokees. I remember Rudy when his kids had a couple of them, and he was saying about how great they were. The little core glass Dinobots, but I don't know. I find myself still not getting excited about this. It's great, and I'm glad people are going to get what they want and they're going to be happy with it. But I
still like pre-ordered it, but you put it next to Div Solace, which to me is the height of Hasbro chug line. Finished quality product. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't know whether it's just because I think it should be bigger. Having said that, if they do this as Monstructor, I'm going to buy it just because I had part of the original Monstructor, and to get an actual complete one, a modern version, would be nice. But yeah, Dino King.
Would that involve a lot of heavy retailing to be Monstructor?
I don't. Yeah, it would definitely involve some. But if they did it into the Dinobots to try and change them across to what we get now, I mean, I don't know. Hasbro are the ones who will make that decision. It's a money thing, isn't it? We seem to be getting, as you'll see later on, an awful lot of old molds coming back. And it does feel like somebody said that because we've got this Age of the Primes coming up, it does feel like they're just filling the shelves until then. That's like, what have we got that we can just put out there as like a placeholder? But maybe I'm being cynical. I don't know. That's just how I kind of feel when I look at a lot of this stuff. Not necessarily this. This is obviously exciting for people who want it. Moving on before I insult anybody else's taste. Minecraft. Oh yeah, Minecraft Transformers. Even my son, who doesn't particularly like Transformers, even he was quite interested in this. So there's going to be a Minecraft Transformers crossover. I believe there's information on the official Minecraft website. There's a video, I think, a little trailer, and yeah, there's plenty of stuff on there. And these are stills. It looks like Transformers Devastation. Anybody else feel like that? I mean, ground units and all that.
No, it's like the first level.
Yeah,
and they're going to be building stuff, aren't they, in Minecraft? And
I know, yeah. Minecraft is not for me. I've never particularly. My kids will enjoy it.
Be the best game it's ever been.
It could be.
Minecraft. I think Minecraft's brilliant, and I've played the Star Wars. They done like a Star Wars skin for it, and it's like £2 to buy it. It's never expensive. I could not believe like the depth they'd gone into, like in reskinning everything and all the worlds and how they built it up. If they do like half the effort they put behind the Star Wars one, it'll be really good.
Yeah, I mean, somebody who else was it who pointed out Alita 1 again? She's now up there in that top tier of Transformers characters.
Cup in there as well? Yeah, had Cup
in
this Minecraft
photos.
Oh, I think he's in one of the pictures, yeah. Which is nice to see some of those guys getting a bit of love. Is it the last one?
The battle chargers as well. You don't see them often. It seems
Oh.
like everything's
Well,
off
they used those battle chargers in Devastation just as drones, didn't they? So that's why we've got the multicolored ones that you see in these pictures. Is that supposed to make me want to buy that as an outfit for like my Minecraft character or something? I don't know. There's DLC packs. I know they're doing that. A free Transformers hoodie in the dressing room. Well, you can't necessarily tell it's Transformers hoodie, but it is. And then we had this. Is this the picture you were talking about, Jamie's cup on there?
No, there was another one. He was just like.
Oh,
one
I've
of
not
the
seen
background
that one.
characters.
Yeah,
Or I've not
two.
got that one, I should say.
No, it was 2 or 3 back. It was when they were in the ark.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, was that in
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
notice him there. Oh, he's all
Exceptional
small.
eyesight picks up in these things.
Oh, yeah, he's tiny. Right. So there's that Minecraft. Transformers Minecraft, exciting times. This is mostly in because people found it amusing. So this is from the official. I think it was still it's Hasbro, wasn't it? Who did their photos for the Dramatic Capture 3-pack, and they kind of had this photo, which people pointed out kind of made it seem like Starscream was much smaller than the other two, which in the cartoon he did appear smaller than them. But then of course he's not when they're all actually side by side. But that made a few people laugh. And then. Exciting news if you live in London. So we're getting a Transformers store, people. A dedicated Transformers store opening in November of this year. That will be nothing but Transformers stuff. And this is big news, really, isn't it? I mean, for you guys who live close.
Yeah.
As big as that Sunstreaker Titan likes peanut butter and coleslaw on his
That's
toast.
huge news.
That's bigger news. This is pretty big. How far is this from your house, Pete? Not the coleslaw, the Transformer.
Quite close. Probably about 50 minutes on the train.
Yeah, it's about the same.
Yeah,
for
it's
me,
not far.
45
Yeah,
minutes.
it's not. Yeah, not far. Not far at all. Definitely not far away to justify not visiting it.
Going there
Surely.
daily. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you walk in?
Living there.
When you walk in, will you say, "Hello, Transformers the store. I am Transformers the show,"
I
Just
will
like
now.
that.
and they just run up and embrace you?
Like
Are you
long
not
lost friends.
entertained?
I'll be handcuffing myself to something quite heavy in that store.
Well, that's fine as long as it's not a person. Right, moving on.
I don't make the rules.
Oh, this is the Monster Hunters crossover, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
I have
this
pre-ordered
is
this,
Transformers
baby.
Monster collaboration. Leo Laius Prime. Takara Tomy exclusive, which means we'll probably still get it on Hasbro Pulse, but we'll have to wait and see. And these orders go live this month, at the end of this month.
I think the alt mode is too good not to have. The head, the Optimus Prime head, that could get torn off. I don't care. I don't care for it, but everything else is perfect.
You shouldn't have a pair of bear tits for your head, should you?
I was going to say balls. I was going to say balls. They're like ball
Balls,
eyebrows.
Bird balls.
Ball brows.
That just looks awesome.
Yeah,
That does look
that
pretty
dragon mode, or whatever it is. I mean, I'm assuming it's a dragon because it looks like one. But yeah.
What have you done with that head, Takara? I hope it's a bad photo.
Oh, Takara, you crazy guys. And you get some weaponry that you can combine. And
It does
You
look
little-
amazing.
is that a Matrix?
Everyone should get it for
Does
apart
look
from the
like
head.
it.
I'm just remembering Pete's reaction when I shared these photos in the chat. Do you remember that one, Pete? You weren't
Yeah,
impressed,
yeah,
I
yeah.
felt.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we'll
Hi,
carry on.
Takara.
Love you. And this fantastic artwork, Jamie.
Oh,
Because it was you that
yes.
shared this, wasn't
Studio
it? This is-
Trigger. Studio Trigger. Just doing a fantastic interpretation of the Transformers 1 poster.
It's been pretty awesome, isn't it? Amazing stuff, really.
I just wish I could draw. You know,
Yeah,
like,
me
it's
too.
such a skill.
Be great to be an artist.
Yeah.
And then we got some really weird stuff today. So we're getting basically reissues of Studio Series stuff, but some of it is being released in different packaging under a different line name. So this is Overload, who's one of the Constructicons that you could buy from Studio Series previously, because I've got one that I picked up at Leicester Vintage Toys a while back, and it's the same toy exactly. They've not changed anything except the packaging. And the packaging is described as more than... Oh, it's described as the Revenge of the Fallen... Transformers Studio Series, Revenge of the Fallen, More Than Meets the Eye collection. Why is it More Than Meets? I don't know. But you get quite cool box art now. But it's this same toy. So...
It's got too many arms.
There we go.
It makes me feel sick.
It's too many hands.
Sicken me.
You don't know where they're all going.
Yeah.
But it has got some cool box art. I just don't really get the why. Anybody know
Keep
the
Bayverse
why?
happy. I don't know.
I know, but it's like toys they've already had. I would have thought that most Bayverse fans would be wanting like those other ones that they're always asking for that they haven't had yet in Studio Series.
Dan thinks it's a more vibrant red.
I don't know about that. I just think it's still just red. It looks like the one I've got. I look at that.
No,
I don't
it's
see much
red.
difference.
It's more vibrant.
I mean, it's definitely
No,
going to blend
it's
in
not.
from the background.
If
I think you're right though. Is that I think they are gap
It might be.
filling,
I
aren't
don't
they?
know. Yeah,
They-
it feels like that because then we're
Yeah.
also getting Soundwave again. So this is the Dark of the Moon one.
Look at that head.
I believe these are up. Certainly in America, they were up for pre-order on Hasbro Pulse, and I'm sure they are over here because I think I saw an email from Hasbro Pulse about it before we came on air.
I don't know
It's
if it's
just-
the colours. It looks like a worse version because the sine wave I've got is nice and silver, and this one is
Well, it looks more
Yeah.
silver there.
oh right.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a
Less
full color.
champagne.
This up for pre-order. Are they concerned that it's going to sell out?
Apparently so.
Quick!
Sun damaged version. Yeah, and there it is in its
I
garden.
mean,
I don't
that
know.
was
I
an
don't want to
okay
say.
figure.
Old
I
toy.
quite enjoy. It's a good figure, nice transformation. But it was going for like tenner at some points. It was, it was
Yeah.
a
Not great.
but that was
Huh.
in the UK, so it might have
Overload's
been very hard.
£56.
Well, that's 56
Not mine for cheaper than that vibrant red or not. Anyway, so there's Soundwave, and I think we can all agree it's a must buy. And DevCon. Why? Don't get me wrong. I know some people really like DevCon, but I'm going to say it again. Why? Who was clamoring on all the boards saying, "Do you know what we need more of? More DevCons. We've not had enough." It's the same toy in the same packaging, and that's it. These are the same product photos, I'm sure, that we probably showed when this toy was originally revealed. So that's why I've only downloaded 3 of them. So yeah, you can get that.
Yeah.
If you haven't got it already, get it.
Yeah.
If you haven't got it,
Do you know it's a good figure though? They're going to do.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
It
it's
is a
a
good
good figure.
I don't know what to say. I'm just so disappointed in you, Hasbro.
Yeah.
Right, there we go.
Sorry.
You know, I'm actually
yeah.
looking forward to third-party news now. Jesus, what's going on with the world?
We all are. Let's do some fair pie.
Battle this.
It's heavy metal cruncher time as Optimus Prime goes toe to toe with Combat Megatron. Prime is one tough dude underneath his hood. He's a transformer missile fun phenomenon. Combat Megatron is combat armed. His mighty mega missiles are slamming. He can mad out more for use mega force, but Combat Optimus is still standing.
All I can think to myself is like, I look at that stuff like they've rebadged it for that overload. You know, Alan Partridge, they've rebadged it.
Yeah, you fool.
Anyway, so this is an oversized masterpiece Grimlock that is apparently going to be released early October. So this is a knockoff oversized masterpiece Grimlock in shattered glass colors. And other than this photo, there's not many other details known about this yet. We don't have the company name, so I don't know.
You know,
can't tell where
I
it's coming
actually
from.
I quite like this. You know, I wouldn't mind it next to my Roboson.
Have you got a Roberson, Jamie? Oh, you've
Yeah.
probably not mentioned that for at least an episode.
Yeah, I'm a
Just
Roboson
6 days.
collector.
Along with your Blokees, the big loves. But yeah, this is going to be coming out. I mean, I have to admit, I'm intrigued. I suppose it depends what the quality it's like and everything. I do like the colors, but we don't really know much about it. So this is more of just a heads up. Everybody, keep your eyes open for it.
Do you think they ever do K.O. Robinson stuff? Like, it might catch fire because it's a K.O., but
Yeah, I was going to say it'll kill you. It'll literally electrocute you. It'll cost 100 quid.
I'll murder you in your sleep.
Yeah, you come to life. You'll be like small soldiers, but scarier. Yeah, why not? I'm going to say yes. Then we had Fans Hobby with their MB21. Basically, it's their tidal wave, and it's their full-coloured version, and lots of photos of it in its different modes. Now, apparently, they may still change some of the paintwork and stuff on it, but this is basically what you'd be expecting. And of course, we did already work out, thanks to the advice of some of our friends of the show, like Gav B, that it is going to come with those 2 little mini cons, which is nice. One of which is a tribute to, is it the Flat Top? It's one of the Micromasters or anywhere. It looks nice. I'm going to be controversial and say, though, it looks very nice. I can't say, honestly, that looking at it in these pictures, I prefer it to the Hasbro one, personally. I know you get a couple of extra bits and stuff, but yeah, I might need to see some reviews of this to see whether I think it actually looks like it is much better.
It's not Titan scale, is it? Or is it a little bit?
You'll see the scale, because I do have some scale photos, but because I got them later, they're a bit further on. I tried to download all of the photos of the same things together, but unfortunately this time I found those ones later. But I'll show you then, and you'll get an idea. If you know the other Fans Hobby Armada bots, you'll have an idea. But no, I wouldn't say it's Titan scale, but then it's, I might be wrong, and I don't have any information on the actual height of it. I'm sure somebody in the chat will know. Chat, do what you do. But anyway, it looks posable, and it does look like Tidal Wave. For me, it looks a little thin, but it's got legs, like many modern Transformers seem to do.
Yeah,
and it knows how to use them. Action hero pose every time. It's getting boring now.
Yeah,
Dave knows. Apparently it's 1 inch.
1 inch. Thank God you're here, Dave. You and your nipples. And I think you get a couple of different facial expressions you can have on him.
Look at those nipples, Dave.
Or is it just an opening and closing mouth? Because it might just be that, is it? Is that it? Open and looking angry, close and looking kind of miffed, but not particularly angry. And there you go.
Amused.
Third party, eh? What are they like? Which then will take us on to this, which is the Mecha Invasion Giant Legion, which was shared by Ryan Collinson in the Transformers The Show group. So another third-party Devastator.
Yeah.
There's not enough of them. We never get these. They're like re-releases of Hasbro figures that we had years ago. We need more of these. Anyway,
It's a no
why
from
did they never
me.
re-release the good ones? I don't know. It's very stylized. I need to see it all finished up. Transart Toys. Now they do some very good stuff, especially if you're a Beast Wars fan like Pete. This is their BMW. It's a BMW BWM. Sorry, 12 Lightning by EG Spirit on Revo.
And I don't
Silver
buy
Bolt,
third
isn't it?
party, but I'm tempted with this and the Megatron, the third party.
See, I like the
Because I
tarantulas from this line. The colors on it are just unbelievable.
But it's a spider, so fuck off. But, yeah.
You're not a big fan of spiders, are you, Jay?
Me, Lynn isn't, and I love my girlfriend.
So you're just backing her up.
Yeah.
You're not scared or anything.
No.
If you hate them, I hate them, love. That's why I'm hiding with you. Oh, look, there's the Transmetal Tarantulas being thrown up in the air.
Shared trauma.
Yeah, this is it.
I like the
I don't know. I
wings.
think it looks good.
The wings are a very cool color. The wings.
Yeah, I honestly don't see this character as a Beast Wars figure. I think he's too cool. I think, I literally do. I think he would have fitted into the original G1 line.
Okay. All right. I'll get on board with
This is Jamie's justification for it. It is now G1.
that. Just change the law.
And this, of course, the traditional pose for all your toys. With the female Transformers wrapped around the legs, as is the way. And there's the beast mode.
Wow.
It's really beasty. Grr, indeed. It does look good,
Hide your
though.
cushions. Hide your cushions. That's all I'm saying.
And I know, I know a few people. Obviously, Primetime Toys sell it, and Moff and everyone. I'm sure of some of these. And I know Ian's collecting them all, or at least I think he's got most of them. They do look very good. Magic Square.
He looks amazing. Let's get
Their
excited.
Space Shuttle, which is their
Let's
blast off,
clap.
isn't it?
Well done, Magic Square.
We'll
Wait
give
till
it
it gets
a
to
clap.
alt mode. Wait till you get to that.
It's
order.
very animation, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But without all the shit bits.
Did the animation have shit bits?
Yeah, it did actually. Astro Train's nose.
Well, on a faceplate, like wearing it like a comedy nose.
It was so shit.
In fact, that's probably amongst the extras. Oh,
Right, here we go. Where is it?
Oh no, it's not there, is
Oh,
it?
you little-
There you go. There's a space shuttle for you.
Never
No.
seen it, but
Has anybody on our team got Brawl? Pete, have you
Yeah.
got Brawl?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You should take some photos of it. Get them online. We definitely need to see some of these. They look really, really good. I know I've seen some photos from other people who've got them, and they seem really pleased with it. I've seen people saying the more they've messed around with it, the happier they are.
My only concern is now I bought it, and we're looking at a tune. This is Legend scale, isn't it?
no,
And
No, this is
Masterpiece.
Masterpiece, isn't it? Yeah.
This is their new
Is it?
Magic Square masterpiece. They've done
I
balls
thought it
so
was-
far.
Which one have
thought
you
it
got?
was No,
You
no,
got a tiny
no, I
version.
thought-
You just got a
because
really
I
big
thought-
leg.
I thought I was just getting.
Big leg. I'm sure that was a show. once or
No,
something.
I think
Big
I
train.
think this because look,
No, it's just like a
The
daft
leg.
cartoon parody called Big Leg or something like that.
I'll
Just a guy
watch
with a
it.
massive leg.
If it's not, it
Totally.
should be. What?
That's bigger than Legend scale, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
no, that isn't. I feel like that's Legends. Anyway, join us next week for all the latest on third party news.
Oh dear.
it.
What I was
I-
going to say was, my concern is that once
Go on.
I'm in for the masterpiece scale Magic Square Bruticus, and then I bet you once they've finished it, they're going to bring out a tune accurate one, and I'm going to want that one instead. And I feel like seeing these colours, that's what they're going to do. 'Cause they're bastards.
It's gonna
I'm
be-
all in
And
now.
it's not. It's like I think it was that Toy Guy was commenting on it on Twitter. How about how nice it is to see the non-toy element of the non-cartoon element of some of these toys, like when they're not just made to be tune accurate, because not everybody
Yeah.
wants that. I know some people do,
Yeah.
but not everybody does. So, I actually don't like the look of this because it's too tune for me. I'd rather have it more toy, but that's a personal thing, isn't it? Oh,
Right,
and then
Luke.
there's this, which is the little MPH Studio / Galaxy Toys new mini armored wizard, which is their little warpath, and it is tiny. I'm going to try and whoa.
It's a great
Bloody big battery.
addition. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a massive battery.
Yeah.
That's what
that's
it
a
is.
double F. That is. Fetch me my double F.
That battery's actually the
That's a
same height as
Tesla
me.
battery.
You can
Looks good
actually
though,
you
doesn't
can
it?
drive around in it. Oh, and it's
Compared to
incredibly
the,
detailed in the size of it.
And like so reminiscent of the G1 one.
G11.
111.
But it's so tiny. This is where I don't get. I mean, some people will be so excited and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, fantastic! Look at it, it's brilliant! It's tiny. Why do you want something so small? Too small." Some people are just
Why?
satisfied with really small things, I guess. But there you go, little warpath. And then that takes us on to, if I just come out there we go. So this is era model YC01 Spider Woman teaser. So this is just a teaser at the moment of their version of a triple changing arachnid type character. So there we go. Bot mode. Spider. I'm guessing bits are blurred out because they're like not finalized things. I don't know. Anybody got any suggestions? Remember there was that product shot that snuck through on the back of Power of the Prime's Hungers box, and this robot mode had no head because they obviously hadn't finalized the head at that point. It feels like that. To me, with
I always
the
think it looks to me like when you watch Japanese porn and you can't see the pussy. So it blurs it for some reason. It might not be that. It might not be that.
Our minds went to different places there. I know.
You're such a liar.
Yours was my second thought. I'm just too
Tenuous
innocent.
link.
What is it in Japan where they have to blur it? I want to know.
Oh dear.
Maybe they're different. Yeah.
Reasons. Somebody in the chat will tell us they always do. Moving on. So there's that, another female bot. And then this is the Ocular Max PS22 Ventus, so their version of Blades. This is a pre-production sample. Now, obviously, a lot of people seem to be collecting this. They're very excited about them. Is it just me that looks at the rotors and the way they've done them on the back and just sees Combiner Wars Vortex and all those toys had exactly the same? It's interesting. It's a third-party copying Hasbro. Anyway, moving on.
Because of two propellers.
Exactly. That's all I got, Paul.
That was the straw, was it, that broke the camel's back?
You just imagine all the third-party designers going, I can't figure out what to do with these rotors. Wait. I've got it. Where's that vortex from Combiner Wars?
Hold my Combiner Wars vortex.
I like to think that's what happened. Are these photos taken in a fast food joint? Or is it a hairdresser? What the hell is that in the background? Anyway,
Their cones, they look like.
no, yeah, well, I mean, there's cones, but there's other things coming up behind. They're just
I thought you said
factories.
phones.
Or is that a car? Is that like when they go to rip the cars apart?
They look like covers for something like
Oh,
trolleys or
dear.
something.
There you go. We've cleared that up. And, I don't.
We
What is that
didn't
supposed to be
really, we just
representing that
guessed.
picture? No, I said we
Same.
cleared it up.
So we can see.
Anyway, MB21. You asked about the size comparison. So there he is next to Naval Commander and Meg Tyranno.
They did look good.
This is the scale comparison. They look good together.
Let's go.
You
It's
know.
got the strapulator out.
But
So what's it going to be? About 12 inches, probably, isn't it?
I
maybe a
think
bit
the
bigger.
chug
Oh, that
versions
looks
are
bigger.
equally good, if not better. Just saying that now.
I honestly, I'm not just saying it because obviously I have a predisposition for the Hasbro stuff anyway, but just genuinely, I don't know if maybe again they've tried to go more toon in the appearance of it, and I like the kind of more detailed effect on the Hasbro one, but I do feel like I just prefer the Hasbro one at the moment, but that may change. Yeah, that's probably the best one to compare that.
It's not Titan size, is it? It's smaller than Titan. But saying that third party Titan, that'd be proper expensive.
I'll take it. All joke. What else do we have? Oh, another Warpath, because Warpaths are all the rage. So if I can scroll past all the friggin' re-releases.
Chip cannon.
Galaxy Toy, MPH, Mini 02, Armored Wizard, Microscale one. So this is the one we saw in the earlier photos, but this is like, you can see a bit more detail to it. So you've got your robot mode, looking robotic. These photos were on TM Reviews, but it was a Weibo user called Suzaku68 who provided these photos. From where? I do not know.
Good. He does look good.
Does. For a tiny little Warpath, the detail is incredible. Very G1 Toy-esque. And I like that. He's walking, look.
With
There's
sass.
that little tank mode. I mean,
Tell by the way he does his walk.
that he's tiny. Absolutely fucking
He's
tiny.
a killer.
He's a killer. Whoa, what? You got
He's
nerdy
the
when
tank.
you sleep. But
No,
there's that.
thanks. I'm not interested.
Then we had the Fans Hobby Shield team, the Skyboom Shield team. So this is their little mini cons.
Oh, right.
It's not just a
Something
shield.
awful.
Shield.
Just getting lazy now, aren't they? It's like, what should we call them? The Shield team.
No, well, it's got the
Yeah.
Skyboom Shield in the cartoon series and everything. So there is a reason behind it. And there's 3 minicons whose names I can't remember from Armada. What do you want from me? I can't remember everything. But they're pretty cool little minicon transformers. Although they're not because they're third party, but you know what I mean. And they've got nice little phones. And yeah, these photos were from I Am on Fire on Weibo. Need to get on Weibo apparently.
Is that his name, or was he saying I'm on fire?
Was he asking for help?
Everyone's good.
Oh no, sorry, not I am on fire. I am no fire. I think I am no fire. That makes less sense than I am on fire. Are you on fire or not? It's the anti-arrow fire clearly. But these look cool.
So he's the good guy. Yeah.
Oh dearie me, minicon madness.
Wow, that
Wow.
looks good.
That's it.
Wow.
Looks like it's got a Lego
Fuck.
head.
How design nowadays.
Well, we
Hey,
don't need
these are
that.
masterpiece,
Shield mode.
remember? Masterpiece.
Engineering gone wild. You're paying for the engineering on these.
That actually looks
hope
okay.
you're
The
not
one
paying a
before
lot.
was a bit horrendous, but that
Both
you
of
get
them are
behind
waxing
this one.
lyrical because they're tiny, but actually these are 7 inches tall. They're actually
Oh dear. Right. Anyway,
Yeah.
Laser Cat toys. We saw some of this stuff previously. This is their mini ferocity. They're super deformed Predator King. This is a reproduction sample, so you can see the
17
5
centimeters.
volt modes. And there they are. That's what the butt modes are going to look like. This was the one that had the cheeky little dive bomb, didn't it? A little look on his face from, was it last week? Predator King, big sword, because why not?
I think that'd be pretty
Lucky
cool.
cat.
See what the colours are like.
Yeah, that's the only thing when you don't see the coloured version. It's
I do think it'd be quite annoying to hug. I know, but
is that what you base your whether you purchase a gun? How will I feel if I hug this?
When I complete the
feel-
questionnaire reviewing the toy,
Can you hug it?
huggability factor.
Cut you to
It's
ribbons.
important. Like, it's important.
If you're going to do these toys, make sure that I can hug them naked. Anyway,
Uh,
there's all of
Sam-
these forms.
Sam's just asked which hotel is the best one to stay for Minicon. Should we just do a quick Minicon roundup at the end during discussion if we have time about plans and what's happening? We can do that later, can't we? In the discussion. If you
I
want
mean,
to,
if we know some of the hotels, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know the Reading area, but
Just
we've
say
got
Premier
Pete.
Inn.
Yeah,
Just like
Ted
Premier
Stamp, make it
everywhere.
adventure.
Yeah. Holiday Inn Express. Brad. Hello, Sam. Right, let's move on to pickups.
We now return to the Transformers.
Don't mind if you go first this week because I got something a little special. I know I don't normally get Transformers, but this was from Hasbro and I was a little bit blown away. And this is something which normally happens at all. And it came when I was away. And what is it? It's about 68%.
Your sign's cutting up, Paul.
Yeah, it sounds gone a bit funny.
It's from Hasbro.
There
It's
we go.
Alternator Grimlock, which was amazing for them to send that to me in the post. So thank you, Hasbro. 68% complete. It hasn't got the guns and it's missing the 2 front wheels. I just feel really valued, to be fair. So thanks, Hasbro. Jamie, did you get anything this week?
Yes, yes, I did get some stuff. You want to share the screen?
Be great if you got some Blokees or something because they'd be absolutely excellent.
Or
Well,
alternators, something a bit more.
I'll be
Alternators would be
yeah.
even better, wouldn't they? Or at least as good.
Just a bag, a Sainsbury's bag in the post.
A Sainsbury's bag.
Or just left on your doorstep.
That looked like
Thanks
a
from
Sainsbury's
Hasbro.
shop. Marks and Spencer's and up. So basically, I just done a little fun thing of Cybertron, given the scale of Cybertron compared to Earth. I just thought it was a fun thing to do. This is the scale taken from Marvel UK Transformers comics, you know, where they talk about Cybertron existed from metallic surface to core as a vast Saturn-sized machine. Well, there's a clue. Saturn-sized. That means the size of about Saturn. A world whose origins were lost in the dead past. So there is Cybertron compared to Earth, and it's fucking huge.
It's science, baby.
Yeah. I got a surprise box from Hasbro. It was a
Haribo.
hell of a surprise. From Hasbro. So I'm going to open this a little bit later. Massive
Haribo?
box.
Peter's entered the
So,
chat.
and that's real vein on the box.
I was going to say, had you drilled them?
Yeah, of course it
How
is.
good is this?
It wasn't me getting excited.
I was going to say, he's wiped it off.
Also, I got this week. Also quite lucky is I bought myself some Blokees, which you started off with my RC. I've already ordered some more stuff, which is going to arrive. Obviously, I went for the classic line. I'm all into the classic line. So that's some good fun stuff to get into later. And then I did a photo of
Nice.
Oh, cool.
2 of those Blokees there. Scourge and Optimus Prime, a recreation of one of my previous photos with the cute element there. Murderous Intent, Rise of the Blokees.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Scourge's neck, is that an LED? Or is that just the colour of the
Yeah.
plastic?
That's the LED.
Oh,
That's like the battery going there and the lights it up.
oh,
So it's like the Shining ones.
Yeah.
that's
The
pretty
Shining
cool.
ones have the lights.
So
inside, don't they?
and Optimus there, it's I've not done anything to the eyes to artificially make them brighter, but that's the LED as well.
Okay.
Ah.
So and basically the way it works is also the light would shine through as well if the battery's not going on, but it's quite cool there. And quite fun, sturdy little figures. I mean, quite robust. A nightmare to take a photo of because you need to shake it to switch on the light. And then it goes off after about a minute. So you're shaking both of them. Then one of them goes on, then the other one goes on like 10 seconds. And then you're putting it there and you're going, fuck, trying to take a photo. So a bit chaotic. And you're shaking away like that. And you think I'd be well used to doing this, but I was getting tired. But yeah, I tried to take photos and it was fun. But the thing was, you're shaking these things and they're holding their positions. You know, with Hasbro figures, not that you need to shake them, they'd be all over the fucking place. So I quite like that. They're quite robust, they're quite solid. I like, and the fact is, you've got lots of posability and fun. For example, the axe there, that's taken from the Galaxy Optimus Prime. Galaxy line Optimus Prime, so you can swap some stuff around, which is quite cool. I quite like that. Just excellent. I think they just look cute because that's what May-Lin keeps saying. They're like cute, and I'm going, but he's evil. But no, but he's evil, cute looking. But yeah, so they're like. So I try to sort of like, I don't know, make it a bit more vicious, get rid of some of that cuteness in it, and I did succeed because they still look cute, even though he's about to take Scourge's face there. And so I took some more pictures there. There's like RC in the box. There's Optimus Prime, which you saw. There's Scourge. And I took some pictures of RC as well. And I'm just surprised that they managed to hold the poses. Being that small, and I'm used to working with much bigger figures, especially when it's on freaking grass and stuff like that, which has got that buoyancy. I took some pictures of my Marder Starscream. Oh, is it Thundercracker? Wonderful. It's just a gorgeous toy. So I'm going to look forward to, taking some more photos when he's in his robot mode. But yeah, it's just an excellent, fun sort of figure. But yes, Blokees. I mean, how do you say it? Is it Blokees?
Blockies. Yeah.
Blokees.
Blokees would have been great, though. Getting myself some Blokees.
Because
a fun night tonight.
I recently just built Bumblebee, and I've got to say that without a doubt is the best version of Bumblebee I've ever possessed, and I just it's a step upward from I think all the other Blokees as well. It's just absolutely a fantastic sort of figure as well, and obviously got a little bag to keep the accessories on, etc. But yes, as I said,
they come with a lot of accessories.
Well, the thing is, you can swap parts with other Blokees. So, for example, Optimus Prime, I could take his axe, and I took the gun from the Galaxy Optimus Prime, so I used that, so you could have his sort of like gun. So it's quite cool. So you can swap bits, and obviously you've got his own accessories, like his big cannon launcher thing, which you take off. You just click off the hand, and then you could put a sort of like his cannon launcher on. So I'll just do that in a second. Trying not to lose anything. You could actually have sung a song there, Peter. That might have been better. But yeah, so you can basically just sort of stick in, and he's got his cannon launcher thing, which he has in the movie.
So cool, aren't they?
And stuff. And I mean, obviously, because I'm much older than you guys, I've went for the more mature classic option. But yes, I fully recommend. If you're going, I'll be honest with you. If you're going to get a Blokey, if you're going to have to get one from the classic line, any one, Bumblebee Bumblebee is the one to get. I think you'll really like building it, and you'll really enjoy it. An exceptional good figure, and it's like those boxes, the artwork, they're all out there. You know, just that nice sort of. Do you know when you used to get these cards, Panay sticker things? You know, with the shiny cards, it kind of looks like that. So exceptionally good. But getting down to, I got 2 boxes from Hasbro. One I paid for, so I wasn't so excited about that because I kind of knew what that was. So doing an unboxing of this.
Live unboxing. Let's go.
Live
Dun,
unboxing.
dun, dun, dun. Starts buzzing. How funny.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Oh no, it's the one
Box
from
away.
Love Honey.
I was looking across the desk.
If you're young,
It's like a
if you're
jackhammer.
young age, do not use a sharp object if you're Welsh or young.
Cut away, remember, Jamie. Cut away.
Cut away.
Always
But I
safety first.
Don't run with it. Do not run with it.
Ooh, this is something else. Actually, I didn't.
Definitely
Oh,
has,
man.
right?
Oh, it's got like a cool hologram kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, look at that.
Cobra Commander. It's the one where he turns into a
Going on.
snake in the movie. Oh, this is like sex. This is, you know, if you had a steak.
You may not be doing sex, right?
The genuine joy in his voice.
I mean, it's exciting. I'll give you that though.
But
He went straight to, how would these guys understand it? It's like sex.
It makes a change from masturbation, I suppose.
So basically, the box is
Massive.
I
Cut away.
I've cut my stomach.
Oh Jesus Christ! Don't do it live on air.
Yeah. It won't stop bleeding.
Especially not in a white t-shirt. Everywhere.
Um.
Can we guess what's in there before you show us?
Yes. You what do you mean guess? You know.
Action figures.
Is
I
this the
think
one from
this is
Love?
going to go horribly wrong. I'm about to drop this.
It's a box in a
Something
box.
big.
Yeah, I just.
Whilst he's opening that, what are you drinking tonight, lads? I am drinking Sapporo, which is a premium Japanese beer, and it's 5%.
I'm just drinking some Brewdog because I'm a common man, and also I couldn't find any Sapporo at my local supermarket.
You massive
I'm
hipster.
on,
Certainly not the box, the multiple box that you got.
Yeah, that's, well, I didn't get it. Lisa did. Amazing.
Ah, well done to her.
I'm on 0% Corona this evening.
Is that because you may have had not 0% Corona last night?
Or several.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Is that because you can't remember?
Agreed. I definitely had 3 bowls. The rest is sketchy.
Okay, I go on to someone else.
What do we see? That we see something.
I
know
am not
Guzzy
gonna be able-
might be onto something here.
Go back. Go back.
Injury, for the love of God. Don't give yourself a hernia or anything.
Jamie Liddell shits himself live on air.
Again.
We've peaked as a show. That's it now, lads.
I'm gonna have to go into
flooding in.
I hope not.
Right, Jamie's taking that to the hallway. Good luck, sir. Good luck. Pete, would you like to go whilst Jamie does that? Would you like to go next? Please get the same box out from underneath you.
Yeah, we all open one.
I too have Cobra Commander.
I don't have anything as grand as that this week. I have Magic Square Brawl, who is an exceptional figure, and
Is he?
Magic Square have proved that they can do masterpiece scale. In my mind, the legs are quite funky in terms of how they've done some of the hinges and stuff. He's just a cool guy, and this will be my first masterpiece combiner when they get around to releasing the rest. We don't know what time frame they're going to do it over, but very cool. I haven't transformed it yet. I should be doing that tomorrow. But yeah, very pleased with that. And because I'm a Transformers collector, I got Panthro,
Yay.
which I am almost there with actually having Thundercats now. I've got a lot of the other characters, but I need to get Tiger, but he's proper expensive. He's like 150 quid. I don't know why he's so much more expensive than anyone else.
Who would
so,
spend that much on the Thundercats? Like the Thundercats layer, I've heard is really expensive.
Oh, the
as well.
tank or anything like that. It's
Yeah.
ludicrous.
So I just made the penultimate payment, which means it's getting very fucking close.
It's becoming real now.
Yeah, really fucking real. And I'm going, okay, so I need to
He's
do
back.
something over here.
Fuck.
So Cardia, that's all I got. That's all I got this week.
That's brilliant.
Is he going
Get back out.
Oh,
Round
that's-
2.
Oh.
Oh God, my arms. Oh.
He's
I
done.
won the HasLab. I won the HasLab.
That's amazing.
GI Joe, his tank on the competition when we were doing the pulse con. I'm a bit tired.
Pete's had his
Well,
go. He's
well.
broken his chair. I've had my go. The guests
Yeah.
from next week, they've had their go as well.
I like the way Jamie just can't be asked. It's that's what it is. I'm just telling you now.
It's the Hasbro Pulse.
Well,
Well done.
You
Massive
won the
son.
giveaway, didn't you, Jamie? 'Cause
Yeah.
it was the competition they put up where you could win different
Fucking
things.
wins
from
everything.
The HasLab, his tank. So well done. That is.
Yeah, and you've been
Well-
collecting them from day one, haven't you? The
Yeah,
You've
Joe
got
yeah.
all of them, haven't you?
like Blokees.
He's paid for it.
He probably has.
He's definitely earned it. I would say he's definitely earned it.
They probably went, that poor bastard deserves something.
But we'll have a little rest. We'll go to Andy. Andy, what did you get this week?
So, I wasn't going to have anything this week, but then I was chatting with Chris Mead, who I know some of you know from the groups and everything. And we were chatting because, as usual, he put up on one of his sales posts. Chris does a lot of selling and buying of Transformers. Anyway, we were chatting, and he said, "Oh, I'm going to send you something, but I'm also going to put something in it that's absolutely terrible, and I'm going to send that to you too." And it was like, "Okay, what?" Anyway, so what he sent me was first of all this. So he sent me the Legacy Velocitron Scourge, which I was wanting to pick up anyway. So that was something I had on my list for Minicon. Because I missed out on the cheap ones in like Game or wherever it was. So I was really, really pleased and appreciated him sending me that. The lollipop weapon and that, it just looked crap. So I just used that sword because I think it looks badass like that. So yeah, really pleased. I'm really grateful that I got that. I didn't get any. I just seen Lee's comment. I didn't get any turtles, but I completely forgot about this. My daughter got the Donatello. Did I show that last week? I can't remember. She got the Donatello anyway, teddy bear. So she's really chuffed. So she's got the Leonardo and the Donatello now, and she's decided she wants the Michelangelo and the Raphael. So yeah, I got that, and then of course he said he was putting something that was crap and terrible in as well because he thought it would be funny. And it turned out that what he was sending me was the movie masterpiece Ratchet. Not
Awesome.
complete though, not complete. Because he got it from a collection and he
Thanks, John.
despised it. So he said there's a couple of bits missing off it. So there's not much point me transforming it into the vehicle mode because like there's a door that's missing, and I think one of the front bumper parts is missing, and there's a couple of lights that go that's supposed to be in front of the wheels. But do you know what? I don't hate this. And actually, for like a movie masterpiece figure, it's really solid. I haven't had time to really like do some photos of like posing and stuff, but it's actually better than I thought it was going to be. Like when he said, "Oh, it's terrible, it's awful." I was
Yeah,
thinking, "Oh,
I actually think
God,
that's quite a cool gift he gave you there. So well
yeah,
done.
he was really kind, and like he said to me, "Oh well, if you don't want it, you can just sell it on. You know, make a few quid." I mean, that obviously it's not complete, so you wouldn't get much for it. But like, it was.
I like his right arm. He's got a really good right arm.
Oh, his right arm's. He's holding a gun. Just to be clear,
Yeah.
that's not like all his
It is
arm.
like
but he's
a
got-
Red Dwarf type gun, doesn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, I love Red Dwarf. We should just all stop doing this and watch Red Dwarf. Anyway, so yeah, thank you, Chris, if you're watching, and I know you do watch. So thank you very much. It was really kind of you to send that stuff. You didn't have to. Very nice of you. I I can't tell you I hate the Ratchet. I just can't. I don't mind it, and I'm gonna mess around with
Try
it.
harder. Try harder next time.
I try hard to. We could have had crap Transformer cornerback. We were so close. We were
Not
so
crap
close.
enough. Not crap enough.
If anybody wants to send any crap Transformers, just drop us a line and let us know. But yeah, so thank you very much, Chris. That was really kind of you. And yeah, this is the only. Oh no, it's not. Is it the only movie masterpiece one? Yeah, it is. This is the only movie masterpiece Transformer that I've ever had anything to do with, because I've only had the Studio Series once before this. So yeah, really nice of him, and that's it.
Cool. Right, Jamie, did you get anything else outside of that massive package and what you said before?
No, I've had a good week.
You have, awesome, and well done on winning that. That was awesome. Right, let's move on then. So it's now time for a little bit of foreplay.
Lynn, these are sex people.
What do you mean?
They're sex swappers. Lynn, this is DEFCON 1. Look. Look. Don't make the same noise as them. Don't think you want to join in.
And as you saw in the news, it's all about the crossovers. So we've got Minecraft crossover Transformers. I'm absolutely fantastically excited about that. But there's been lots of crossovers over the years, from Star Trek to Turtles to all different things. And tonight we're going to discuss our top 5 crossovers of Transformers. And who would like to kick us off first? What was your favourite ever crossover? Jamie, thank you. You go first.
My favourite, and actually, it's not just because it was the closest to hand, which some people might think, because I've got the Turtles down there as well. You know, I would have to
Never
bend a
thought
bit,
that.
but it's got to be the DeLorean, and I think it's because, to me, it's a crossover that really works because it's futuristic. It's a Transformer. It can go back in time, and it's such a good. Oh, fuck your purple! It's such a good version of the car which we love from the movies, and that it's got that sort of cool details and stuff, apart from the wee engine part, which is notoriously bad for always kind of falling off. But yes, and there's absolutely no visible hand syndrome or anything like that, or face syndrome, unless you turn it like that. So it's really just a nice done. I mean, if I was to look at it, I would almost say it's almost like as good as those Transformers. God, I forgot the name of the damn lines. There's no point saying those Transformers that turn into a car. The ones
those ones.
Yeah, the ones that's really accurate. The converters, alternators. It's nice and clean, like the alternators, as I say, but with a far easier transformation and a good robot mode. So it's obviously the skids mold, which is exceptionally well done. So yes, this is it from the Back to the Future. They've not done Care Bears yet. I'm hoping they'll do it, but until then, it's definitely going to be this bad boy. And everyone loved the Back to the Future films as a kid.
Great shout. Dan said that the Turtles Grayscale comic starts this week. We've got Guzzy said MP 10G Ghostbusters Prime. Yeah, that masterpiece Ghostbusters Prime was awesome. And it went for quite cheap, didn't it, after it came out from the extortion?
Yeah, it went down to about 100 quid or so. I was almost tempted, but it was third party masterpiece on though.
I think it was first party. It's a car, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was masterpiece, so no.
Everything's dirty apart from Chug. Pete, who did you choose?
I went Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because I just think it's awesome. They did such a good job, and they've obviously learned from when they did the Ghostbusters and the DeLorean and stuff like that. But I think they just nailed it, and I think the Turtle Wagon always lent itself to that transformation. And I'm not that I'm talking about the A-Team, but I can see them doing an A-Team, like, using the mold, maybe doing a little bit of redeco on some of the parts, but using it as the A-Team band, because I think they've just nailed it so well. But what really sold it to me was I imagined them using this in the cartoon as maybe Donatello designing, a big turtle robot that they could go in like the Power Rangers and stuff like that, and then go and take on the Technodrome, and you've got this massive robot that's just a big version
So
of
do you
them.
think that's where Hasbro failed then? Because what they could have did has a compartment in the back of the head and had a little wee turtle to fit inside as if he was a
Yeah.
pilot.
Yeah.
Hasbro do better. That's
Yeah.
why I couldn't pick it.
Yeah.
So you moved on. And I think the toy specifically, I know we're talking about the crossover, but I think, you know, with the toy specifically, the fact that you can flip it off, flip the head off, and you got the different weapons and stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's a comic.
I've got deal with pain.
You've not injured yourself.
Do you want an
Jesus,
intermission?
man. Do you want to go and get an ice pack or something? Seriously, if you're in that much pain, because I can't tell if you're laughing or crying right now. Exactly, don't mute your mic.
Such a pussy, isn't he? Genuinely. So for me, Turtles is my favourite crossover. And please, Hasbro, if you're watching, use the mould, do an 18 van one, and make
Who would it
the
turn
robot.
into, though? Surely it's got to turn into Mr. Food.
Yeah.
It's got to.
Look at the size of him.
Sorry, BA.
All chains, got some mohawk. They've already got the indentations in the head. Beautiful. Yeah.
Or Jane, Howling Murdoch's love interest from season 2. That'd be.
That's a deep cut. And then we lost Paul.
They're dropping like flies.
I was going to say, one's got off
Even the hosts
tree.
don't want to be on the show.
one's got family stuff to sort out. Oh, he's back. And he's brought an ice pack. Get a wet paper towel, Jamie. That's what works. We know that from school. Wet paper towel, fold it up, slap it on there, you'll be fine.
We
can see.
Made him with a deep
I'll try a heat
spray on
pack.
his hand.
Maybe you need to go with heat. I don't know. Oh dear. Shall I go next while Paul's otherwise engaged? Is that all right? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go next. So I didn't go for a specific toy because I think most of the crossover toys that I've ever had have been terrible. So I thought about which crossovers that we've had that I'd like to see done again, but done better this time. So I went with. Well, there's a bit of a hint on this. So I went with the Visionaries, which I do mention from time to time. I would like to see them back. So I went for the Transformers Visionaries. Now, they did try it. I'm trying to remember. Jamie, did you send me these comics? I want to say somebody donated these comics to me. Somebody sent them to me. I'm sure they did. And it was like the whole set of the Transformers Visionary comics. If it wasn't you, I apologize. It must be someone else. But I got sent the whole set. And like the reviews of the Transformers Visionary comics weren't great in terms of fans weren't particularly pleased on either side, either the Transformers side or the Visionary side, because of the changes they made to them. But I'd like to see them have another go. And I'd like to see them do them again, because I'd like to see the Visionary toys back as much as anything. But you can also do stuff with the vehicles. You can have like the vehicles that transform.
G.I. Joe classified size Visionary figures.
Yeah,
Just be like
you know, like we've had the Soundwave and we've had the Megatron. Maybe if we talk less about the Megatron and the Bumblebee.
A big house.
But yeah, well, you know, I'll kick the kids out, whichever comes first. Anyway, so I'd like to go with Visionaries. I'd like to see them do it again. I'd like to see them go back slightly more to the original characters, because they are the original characters, but they're vastly changed in terms of their looks and stuff like that. And yeah, I liked it, but it wasn't like the Visionaries to me. And I won't spoil anything with the storyline, but I just think the Visionaries deserves a second chance. And of course, if you do that, you can bring back the sex appeal. Which
nice.
I'm sorry, I saw this, Paul. I literally laughed out loud, and so did Claire. So I kind of thought, you know what, I'm doing Visionaries anyway. I'm going to chuck this bad boy in there. Yeah, look at that. Although I feel like you should have maybe been Leoric, and I should have been Darkstorm. But that's by the by.
Quite a thick neck there, haven't they?
We'll just say you've been down the gym.
Real life, it's more the chest.
I was going to say you got that kind of like, yeah.
It's so funny though. I spent like 20 seconds finding your photo. 4 minutes 80 until I got the best photo of me to put on there.
I was going to say you clearly spent a lot more time finding your.
I'll just edit that.
Just any old photo. Which one makes it look the worst? That'll do. Anyway, sorry. Yes, I'd go with Visionaries. I'd love to see them do more Visionary stuff and have a proper crossover. I always feel Hasbro go into these things half baked, and I'd like to see them do it properly. So yeah, for me, Visionaries.
Great choice. Right, so for me, I went for. Now, if you think about one of the greatest stories in the galaxy and the greatest alt modes in the galaxy, I think you're gonna have to look at these guys, which is the Star Wars crossover with Transformers. Now, look at that; it looks so amazing. These alt modes are beautiful, and in a minute, what we're going to look at is what the robot modes look like. And this is why I love them. Great alt modes. Hello, I'm Darth Maul with my really short lightsaber. Why is the handle to the lightsaber bigger than the red bits from the lightsaber? Why is its whole body?
Is it the perspective of the way the lightsaber's turned?
No.
Or am I being nice and kind to it? And it's just
doesn't want to burn his fingers.
I almost just said, and I didn't pick Star Wars because it was shit.
They don't look shit until you transform them.
Who could that be?
Look at his face. What should we do for Ewan's face? I'll just make it metal. Okay. That's fine, that'll pass. But keep the hair-like, and the eyebrows. Make that all human and flesh-like. So yeah, that was my choice. Fucking makes me laugh every time. Right, on are we doing socials?
Yes.
All right, cool. I will choose the intro for the socials.
Social corner.
Go for something that's not getting us copyrighted.
Excuse me.
Let's do the quick intro. Socials.
Social corner.
Just call me socials in the morning. Oh wait.
I think the socials were quite they were quite quiet this week. I can only assume
that was a good picture.
Everybody was going to see Transformers 1.
I feel you're telling off the community a little bit. Like,
I was gonna say,
this is their fault.
Or maybe we were just so busy we missed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, all right. There is that. There is that.
I will apologize. I feel like I didn't share enough stuff into the socials that I should have done. Stuff that I saw
for a good couple of weeks now.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Don't blame yourself. It's the world
Jamie.
my way.
Been meaning to speak to you about this actually. Never mind the 200 news photos. Where's my socials? Anyway, sorry, Pete. Carry on.
Such a hot rod getting tooled up to go and watch Transformers 1. Seeing what, obviously, the star of the first film. Seeing what the new film, who the star in that is.
Do you know, he makes that look like a masterpiece photo,
yeah.
Doesn't he? Yeah, but it's chugged.
Such a good photo.
Is that the Studio Series one?
Yeah,
it is indeed.
Who tells it doesn't look as good?
Friend of the show, Toy Box Soapbox,
up and coming toy photographer.
Yeah. Again, constantly continuing to impress. One day, Liam, you should get yourself a podcast.
Did you see he interviewed the director of the movie Transformers 1?
Yeah,
and the producer, and Lorenzo de Bonaventura. I can never say his name right. Him too. Yeah, they got down there in the press junket and all that stuff. Mental. That'll be us next year or the year after, whenever the next film comes out, lads.
And it's so nice.
We wouldn't have been invited. One of us can get past security.
Yeah, you'll get through security. Don't you worry.
That Scottish man's making a run for Megan Fox. Take him down.
Jamie, fake a heart attack quick. Everybody through. Go.
Since I've seen this photo, I've been humming the tune to Hunger all week. It's just such a cool photo, but you then start looking at the photo, reading the words, and for me, it automatically takes you back to the film. It's such a good photo. It's such a good song. Just 86 movies, just amazing. And then, for a change, rather than us continually sharing, toy photos and stuff, you shared this, didn't you, Andy? Ryan Button. The kind of the difference. It's almost like, Ryan's drew the picture on the left and gone, right, okay, let's jazz it up a little bit. And it's just I just wish I could draw.
Yeah,
I actually like both of them, though. I see them as different styles.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But they're both excellent pictures. And Ryan Button was at TFN, wasn't he? And,
yes.
With his artwork there, and he does loads of stuff.
Always,
loads of pictures on Twitter. I'm not calling it X, Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah. And the fact, I'm not gonna lie, I'm biased as well because the subject of the art is Thunderwing, Bludgeon, Stranglehold, and I can't forget. Is that Elita 1 down on the floor, captured as a prisoner? So I just thought it was a really cool picture.
Going up in places now, give it a rest.
I thought you were going to say she's always on her knees on the floor, but that's a different thing. That's a very different discussion that we'll save for another time.
Andy, keep it clean. Rebanding now.
It's a bit late after the Love Honey chat.
But what it has showed you is we need the Pretenders, don't we? We do.
That's right. The world needs
a new Stranglehold, a Thunderwing that we can be proud of as a nation, as a fandom. Bring us the Pretenders.
I'll tell with that. I'd be happy if they just remolded Sky Shadow from a few years back. Just give us that. That'll do. Nice big chunky Thunderwing style bot.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the inner robot anyway.
Exactly.
Unless you're actually going to do Pretenders, Hasbro, and they can, please. Yes, that'd be lovely.
Yeah. Unless that's in the pipeline.
Yeah, in which case I'd love it.
That'd be amazing.
Not putting it down. I'm just saying, play the percentages.
Yeah. And that's a very, very short Socials Corner this week.
I shall be sure to bombard socials next week.
As it's quarter end at work next week, Social Corner will be back up to its usual size next Friday.
Cool. Sounds good. Right, well, let's move on to discussion tonight.
We now return to the Transformers.
Right, tonight. So we've had all the great feedback, all the great reviews, all the great Rotten Tomatoes scores and critical writings going on about Transformers 1, but there is a little bit of a dissatisfaction or a bit of disappointment with the opening weekend across the US and the countries it was released in. I think it hit £39 million over that opening weekend. It was forecast to be the most successful opening weekend of an animation ever. Feels like it's fallen quite short of that, which has led to quite a few sort of scaremongery stories that it's been an absolute flop and it hasn't delivered on its opening weekend. Now, it's still got 60% of the countries yet to appear in, and obviously we've got some absolute castles of Transformer fans such as England and Europe to go, and I don't know if it's open in China yet, but we saw the Chinese movie picture. Looked absolutely amazing for it. But yeah, that's the discussion. So I won't lie, I went into Smith's yesterday, was it, to see if I could get Lucas had an operation this week, so I wanted to see if I could get him a little toy, and the Transformers shelf was non-existent in Smith's, and I was like, what? It hasn't happened before, or it's only like rarely happened. You think they'd be building up to Transformers 1, and it's just a little bit of, I'm a bit worried, I'm a bit scared, I need Pete, I need you to hold me. What's going on? We've just released one of the best Transformers films ever. He was meant to be our hero, and it doesn't seem to have worked.
I don't think that's true. I think it's worked, and I honestly think that the story that they're chosen to tell is something that will resonate with the whole planet. I think the West, and I'm being a bit controversial here, but I think some in the media have obviously done a hit job in this because they probably weren't getting the takes they normally get or the right invites or something. and they've got a grievance against maybe some of the stars doing this, and they've made it personal. But most of the critics have all said exceptionally good stuff about it. It's only been a few, which
the reviews are high.
Yeah, so they've all it's been good reviews and it's good customer feedback as well. People who have actually seen the film, so I think it's brilliant, because it's basically a classic story of social mobility, and it's not about Owen Pax, doing the good fight or whatever. It's his drive to learn is what eventually frees him, and causes the other Autobots, the Transformers, to get
also
free.
going to do. Sorry, I forgot to say, my fault, Jamie. No spoilers as well. We promise we won't do any spoilers.
Oh yeah, we're not mentioning any spoilers, but that's what I mean. It's just a classic story of social mobility, and pushing forward, and it's knowledge is what frees you.
I think the reviews are in.
I
think you can't disagree that it's been so highly rated, and just seeing the passion on your three, you've seen it last week. I could tell it's more how it's open in terms of the volume. Like, what do we think about that?
But I think I think it's what we normally find with Hasbro and Paramount is they almost get it right, and it's been released in just the US. So why wasn't it a worldwide release? Why was it not released at school holiday time?
Yeah,
and then that 39 million is double. Now, is that 39 million? They were looking, maybe they were looking for a 55, 60 million globally opening weekend, or is that 39 million below the target they had for the US alone? And I think it only tells you half a story, because if you say, right, okay, it's got a 75 million budget, it's going to open the first weekend of the school holidays worldwide, because Europe will be similar school holidays and stuff. That's 55 million, 60 million on an opening weekend. I just, the timing's poor, and I bet they're kicking themselves.
I think it could also be a growing hit though as well, a sleeping giant, and it'll go there. But I think you're right. I think I think there's a lot of big budget films which have been disasters, even in the local or just American cinema retail. And Transformer 1 is not one of those. This it's doing well, and I think anyone saying it's not it's just it's not true.
No.
The thing we don't think about as well when we compare it to this is called the critical acclaim, which maybe Transformers the Bayverse movies didn't. When you look at the top lifetime grossing films in like the top 80, like 4 of them of 80 films ever, 4 of them are Transformer films, like from the Michael Bay, like the top grossing films, and they weren't in the opening weekend. If you look at the opening weekend, the top 100 opening weekends, they weren't Transformers Bayverse. They've just steadily grossed huge amounts into the billions over their lifetime.
There's question marks as well over the marketing, isn't there? There's some people who question whether the Paramount have made it seem too much like it's a kids' film, when actually even reviewers have been saying this is a film for all ages, especially if you're a science fiction fan. Doesn't matter how old you are. If you're a science fiction fan, you will enjoy this film. It's got all of the kind of tropes that you'd expect to see in that kind of film, but done exceptionally well. I mean, you can't argue with fan reviews, people who've been to see the film, which I'd imagine is mostly the US, and how highly rated it is. I know some people will say, well, Rotten Tomatoes, whatever, I've got to be honest, a lot of the time what you see, and they're not always, but a lot of the time what you see in terms of the fan kind of reviews for films tends to be pretty accurate. And it's doing, in terms of its feedback, fantastic, critically fantastic. Will it have been marketed the right way? And once it's released globally, I still don't understand. I'd love somebody from Paramount to come out and explain why they've done the staggered release. I don't really get that.
I don't understand that, especially when the UK, the holidays here are staggered anyway. All the countries are different. Even regions in England have different holiday times. So they were trying to say we're doing it for schools. You're thinking, what schools? Are you just picking the London area per chance? They better not have been.
Yeah. I mean, that is the problem, because half terms are often in different weeks depending where you are in the country. So
it's because teachers can't work if our kids are on holiday, so we have to stagger it.
Yeah. It's insane because my wife works in one county which is close to us, and about once a year, the half terms are in different weeks. So
Yeah,
we'll have to arrange childcare, even though my wife's a teacher, because the half term will be on a different week because they're in different counties.
When I worked in Leeds, the half terms there tended to be different to the half terms up here, where I am now in North Yorkshire. And there's several reasons behind that, I suppose. But I hope that people have said word of mouth needs to get round. You know, the more people can spread that positivity about the film. I've seen very little negativity about it, and most of what I have seen.
I think they're determined not to spoil anything, so I understand why the trailers were done that way. I'm a bit disappointed that people looked at trailers and thought, well, this is the depiction of what the film is, because that's not what trailers are. And I think maybe they've been too used to being spoon-fed by Sony, but it's just like to spoil the entire movie. I think the first trailer was exceptionally well done in the sense it didn't spoil anything for the movie. Anything you read into that trailer, you probably were wrong. I do think the marketing within the Transformer community has been exceptional, but the trouble is it's not gone out of there. But I think what they've done is treated the Transformer community much better than I would say previous movies have ever done. So they've done a lot of work. It's just breaking that bubble, which I think they haven't done, which is strange because I don't want to attack the marketing because I think it has really been awesome within the community. It's just not got out there, and I think that's something else has held that back.
I think you're right, because you should be. I think when you look at the revenue that Hasbro and Paramount have earned, you know, from the movie franchise and the associated media and the toys and stuff, you should be tripping over. You know, Paul said he went into Smith's and the Transformer shelf was, you know, empty. As you're going in the door, it should be Transformer 1 is released, you know, in 2 weeks. Here's the dedicated Transformer 1, you know, toy area. And you extrapolate that across, you know, supermarkets. You only need a little area where, you know, they've got a handful of toys, but it's in people's eye line and people are thinking about it and people are engaging with it. And they've just done it half-assed again because they've got a fantastic film. Yet this bit is just like let itself down. They've got the story, they've got the characters, they've got the animation, and then they go, "Oh, well, it wasn't really a success, was it?" Yeah, but it wasn't because of the film.
If you think about the Bay movies and how much product there was on shelves before the movies had even come out and during those periods, and this time it doesn't feel like it feels like there's barely anything out. I mean, I know we've got a lot of these stuff. Yeah, so well, maybe they're not. Maybe they were scared. Maybe they were worried that it wasn't going to do well, and so they've held back a bit.
Because what you guys say makes perfect sense. All these other films, there was so much advertised, and it was in the shops, it's in the supermarkets. It's almost like Hasbro doesn't know how to do that anymore. And maybe it's because of Hasbro Pulse, where it's got too used to selling online, and it's not pushed itself out there onto the streets, you know, and get with the kids. No, but you know, but yes, it should be out there visually in your face, and the Transformer 1 toy should be there for people to buy, even if they don't want it. For your annoying aunt who doesn't have a clue what to get, just grabs it because it's there. It's a convenient toy. Yeah.
It's crazy, right? Because I'm on Hasbro Pulse now, and you're looking at the time frame that they're releasing, you know, the Transformer 1 toys. So this shit should be out. You know, the Studio Series, you know, Elite 1 and Bumblebee, it's not coming out to August next year.
Yeah.
Why?
Like the toys just weren't ready.
Yeah.
What,
it's a surprise.
That's okay for a fan base you've already got, but it's not going to get new fans in, is it?
No.
It's the same as Bumblebee. No, Rise of the Beast. Like, my kids love Mirage. And he just didn't get released.
Yeah, what was that about? One of the main characters, if not the main Autobot character of the film.
I think that was a licensing issue. They couldn't get the license from Porsche. I think that was the issue.
But they still made a toy. It was sold somewhere. It was did Porsche step in and say no more than 100 toys made?
Yeah.
It's that's the thing. I get the licensing thing, but then surely you have those departments whose job it is to get that shit tied up early and sorted out. And if they can't, they need to have a backup plan. And it feels like with that, they kind of didn't.
or call it a poshie. I don't know. Can you not?
A
Do that?
poshie. Yeah, something that looks Porsche adjacent,
Yes.
like the VW bottle that Bumblebee is, and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of the little kids' toys out there. Isn't there? I'm surprised by what you said about Your Smith, because the last
Yeah.
to appear in the Northeast, they had quite a big Transformers section, not huge, but decent sized. And there were several of the Transformers 1 toys, but mostly it was what I'd call the more kid-centric ones. You know, the only Studio Series, but obviously, I think was Optimus Prime. Like Megatron, we don't get Megatron till, is it next month? I think the Megatron. Surely Megatron and Optimus Prime should be your first two that you get on the shelves, or D16 and Orion Pax, whichever way you want to look at it. They've got to be on there, haven't they? Really? Because it kind of tells their
with
story.
the greatest respect, that film has been developed for the last 2.5 years, 3 years. They'll fire out a bunch of fucking junkions. Why
why
won't
are you
they?
picking on the junkions, Pete?
But why, when you go, right, okay, this is 8 weeks to go. This is a tranche of stuff. 6 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 weeks. Bosh, it's out. You come straight out of the cinema and you're walking past a shop window of a toy shop and you've got Transformers 1 stuff in there, and your parents are buying you the toy on the way back. And that is how, you know, you give it a month. What's the tie-in media that's coming out of it?
They're going to make a profit.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do to make sure that if you haven't seen the film, you are going to generate enough interest to make you go and see it? Not just rely on word of mouth, but what is that next bit?
You can tell from those numbers they're going to make a profit. I mean, 75 million budget, 75 million in advertising, so you can sort of double that, maybe say 140 million they need to make to break even.
Yeah.
They'll break even and make money.
Yeah.
You know, and you can see the love and the talent that's went into this production. It's superb. And this will make money, and it'll continue to make money. You know, and hopefully it'll still be popular by the time the toys eventually arrive.
Hasn't the director already done, in certain interviews, he's given a hint that there could be, or the plan is that there could be a trilogy, because of the fact there's so much of the story that's not being told yet, at least not through this medium. So we've had the beginning kind of the story, but you've still got, for example, the war on Cybertron that you could tell. You've still got the war on Earth that you could tell. I mean, there's certainly a lot of scope there for them to do a sequel. And I think if they do even just a little bit better than breaking even on this one, I think realistically they'll look to make another one if they're not doing that already.
But it's crazy, because we know even the to be fair, even the poorer Transformer films still did well in the box office and have done well subsequently.
Although there was talk that there was some fatigue, wasn't there? Towards the end of the Bay, what we consider the Bayverse films, when you get into The Last Night and all of that crap, that they still made money, but it was always declining levels of money. And that's where they felt there was a fatigue, which is why Bumblebee came along as a soft reboot, as they call it.
And is it because that the stories became poorer? Do you know what I mean? Because they were kind of like, right, we've got to fire another one out. And the quality was not on a special effects perspective, but certainly on a storytelling basis, it really suffered. And then you've got Bumblebee and Rise of the Beasts and Transformers 1 that have really, they've took the time to really build on the story and the voice. You know, they've got great voice actors and stuff, but let's be honest, if they chuck enough money at something, you know, they'll get the right people. But you know, a great actor still can't make a shit story great. And I think they've done a really good job. They've done a really good job with telling a proper story with this.
Do you almost think that maybe someone in Paramount, there's 3 different studios there, maybe didn't want it to be such a big success as it could have been?
I mean, it could be. Yeah, could be, but the money, the you know the bonuses and stuff, they all come out of the same pot, surely.
Because there seemed to
They
be a
can't-
lot of chat of trying to connect it with the Bayverse continuity, where it's pretty obvious it's not Bayverse continuity; it's its own baby.
Yeah. No, agreed.
But he's still involved on a production side, isn't he? Or at least his company is still involved on a production side. That's why people always seem to want to link it back to Michael Bay and his influence. How much influence he actually has, I don't know. But his company is involved. They're one of the ones that came up as a production company, I think, at the start of the film.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest here, when you look at the movie universe out there, like Hollywood, etc., all these studios, Disney, sometimes they'll release films and there'll be some executive who's stabbing in the back, deliberately doing their best to make sure it doesn't succeed.
I think you're right. I think it will easily do its budget. It will easily do the marketing budget. I just feel again that if we can see the flaws in some of the activity or lack of the activity, then surely they must have done. And what's the reason? What's the thinking behind it? What's the reasoning behind some of the decisions they've taken? Because they're not giving it a chance, are they? Really?
Yeah.
Is it the distraction of the live action movies? Because obviously we've got a G.I. Joe Transformers one that's in the pipeline. Is it the splitting of between the two instead of having like one thing that you're concentrating on?
Is it lifestyle changes? Do they think maybe families are not going to the supermarkets as much as they used to and probably ordering online?
Well, people aren't going to the cinema as much as they were previously. I mean, cinema numbers are dropping all the time, and it's now it's the home streaming market, isn't it? It's, they'll be in the cinema, but usually within a month of being in the cinema, you can stream it. You can pay to stream it at home somewhere. And save the vast amounts of money that it does cost when you go to the cinema.
Because when Paramount have got the ability to produce awesome stuff. Picard season 3, exceptional. Picard season 2, not so exceptional.
But imagine that. But I think, Andy, you just made a wicked point. Give people the opportunity to stream it from home, and you can pay on Prime Video, and you pay a reduced price. It's a bit cheaper than a cinema ticket, but do it at the same time. But don't make it available on the streaming service past that opening weekend or that opening week, and then you have to still wait 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks till you can purchase it or rent it or whatever. But if they're concerned about people going out and physically visiting the cinema,
do you think we should get the guys together, get a massive van, start kidnapping people, and make them go to the cinema?
No.
I think you said that no too fast. I think you should consider this.
We'll put a pin in it. We'll circle around and come back.
Could you imagine that? They'll be terrified in the back of the van. What are you going to do with me? And we'll be going, we're taking you to see Transformers 1. Yes, you will get popcorn,
film,
and Diet Coke. Because let's be honest, Hen, you've put on some weight. You want easy to lift into the van.
You don't want to know what's happening on Love Island. You want to watch this. This is good.
Yes.
Should we call it a day there?
We talk about wedding.
Everything.
Oh yeah,
ready.
Reading.
So where you were staying? So just for transparency, I've got a cash out at £36. I've got where has it gone? So Plymouth to beat Luton Town. Plymouth are 2-1 up. We've got Paris Saint-Germain to beat Rennes. They're 3-1 up. Dortmund to beat Bochum. They won 4-2. And Chelsea FC women to beat Crystal Palace women. They won 7-0. Now, those matches are shut. Those are closed. So it's Paris Saint-Germain and Plymouth just need to come in. And then I can concentrate on the show again.
So hang on.
It's literally like the third time I've bet on football in about 4 years.
So we
don't need an intervention.
They'll give you 36 quid now to walk away.
If they all come in, 37 quid now.
It's gone up.
If they all come in, then what?
How much you get?
39.
£39.
We need to weigh it up against the
£58. Now, Paris Saint-Germain, I think they're
all
going to
in.
win. They're 3-1 up. I think they're going to win at home.
That's in the bank.
The risk
you dares,
taker,
Rudders?
Plymouth versus Luton Town. Luton Town, last season's Premiership side. Plymouth winning 2-1. There is
Luton
10
started
minutes
poorly,
to go.
though, didn't they? They started the season poorly.
Yeah, but Victor Moses
Plymouth
scored,
aren't
and I
great
thought he'd
either.
retired and was dead. And
Victor
that scares me.
No,
Moses.
he's back. Yeah, he's back. He joined them on a
back.
free.
It's like
Football
52.
chat.
Oh, someone talk about last weekend's match with Arsenal and Man City, but I just don't have the outlet.
Football, the show.
Football.
Now's
show.
my time.
That's it.
Come
We'll
in.
just call it football. The show. We own
Right.
football.
So, whilst I look at that, I've only got 2% battery as well. It's like an added,
Gamble.
gamble to it, like more intense. Where are you staying at TFCon Minicon in Reading?
What was the hotel options? Does anybody actually know the hotel? Because
Premier
that was the
Inn,
question, wasn't it?
Holiday Inn Express.
So Reading will have a
Oh, he guessing. It's so
Get a charger.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys.
Reading will have a plethora of options depending on your taste and your budget. I shall not be staying in Reading because I don't feel like it's financially viable to stay in the next town over from mine.
Because you're
So
a
I'm
local.
going to stay because I'm going to stay in my house.
Because the place itself is a university hall when it's actually
Yes.
happening, isn't it? So it's, as far as we are aware, there isn't access, for example, to a bar area as we've had at previous minicons that we know of, at least. Yes.
Yeah, agreed. I think there are
Not that I'm saying you should sleep in the bar. I'm just saying
potential options of a bar bolt on, I think, to the venue, but where it is situated, and I haven't actually been there, but where it's situated it's not in town. So
Yeah.
I think you're about 5-10 minutes, away from Reading town centre, or maybe not that far, maybe like 7 or 8 minutes. But if you're actually staying in Reading town centre, there's loads of options. It's they used to have a Premiership football team. It's like a major medium-sized.
so did Bradford.
Yeah.
No offense to any of the lads from Bradford, but I've been out in Bradford. Trust me, I know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, no,
I've been
agreed.
to Bradford City actually.
No,
Yeah, I've never been to Reading. I'm sure it's lovely.
Oh, I've been. It's okay if you like
Yeah.
a sort of utopian type of place, which it definitely is not.
yeah, no, agreed.
It's more like a utopia which was being carpet bombed into oblivion.
A lot of students.
Well, we're going to be
Yeah,
on a
lots of-
student campus, aren't
it's-
we? Essentially,
Yeah.
during term
Really-
time.
So should we bring mace to keep him away?
Nice.
I don't go shit.
I'm pretty sure they're like
and a cap.
Walking
Uh,
stick and sort of beat them as a get away from me. No,
Might need it. as well.
undesirables. I think in Reading, I think you're just going to have many choices, to be honest, because there's not a central area for a pub, for example. There's no localized area. It'll basically be going into the event, walking around again, and realizing there's no central area. Hopefully there's going to be a central area somewhere where we can sort of, because the biggest thing about these events is meeting people and chatting to them and and sharing the stuff you've got, and you can't really do that around the event area because it'll just create bottlenecks and stuff like that. So hopefully there's going to be something like that in the works, which we'll see in Facebook getting posted out, and we'll go yes. So apart from that, I think your hotels, you've got a myriad of choices. I booked a hotel, obviously because it was me, Lynette did it. I had no idea.
I was going to say,
She's organised. I'm not.
She's getting on it.
But
That's why.
But to be honest, we're actually close enough, just a bit close enough where we can drive to and drive back. So it's probably no point, really.
I'm just having a little look myself.
Yeah.
And there's the Malmaison, apparently, which is 1.9 miles from the university, and that's coming up at about £100 a night. Travel Lodge.
Doesn't seem like the place I would want to stay at then.
In fact, 2 travel lodges: Travel Lodge Reading Whitley and Travel Lodge Camberley, but that one's a bit further
What
out.
about for the clientele who might have Robinsons as a...
Well, apparently the
Chateau
Travel
Willis,
Lodge Camberley
just
has
outside Reading.
the 4.5-star rating, and it's £64 a night.
Wow,
I would think
4.5 star
Malmaison
rating.
sounds more like yours.
How did you get 4.5 star rating?
Yeah, that's what it's got on TripAdvisor. Sorry, I'm just looking at that using TripAdvisor to check. There's quite a lot.
Nosy
They
in the chat,
vary.
everybody.
Nosy. Quite a lot that vary from like a couple of miles away to about 10 miles away. There is a Hilton, isn't there?
Bracknell.
Hilton Reading's only 2 miles away. So if
Ooh.
you like a bit of the Hilton, if the Hilton is your jam, that's 4.5 star rated on here, but £93 a night according to TripAdvisor. But again, if you ring them directly, they'll probably tell you 170. But have a look around, have a shop around. Not just Jamie, everyone. Have a shop around and see what you can find.
I would recommend the Hilton.
If you're wanting a nice hotel, you would expect the Hilton to be nice, and it is 2 miles from the university, so you can short taxi ride or walk.
Generally goes all those hotels, then you get Holiday Inn Express, Holiday Inn, Premier Inn, and anything else is probably lower.
You see,
Just
you guys, like you,
basically.
Paul, and you, Pete, you use hotels for your work when you've got to go and stay over wherever you're staying over quite regularly, don't you? So you should know the hotel. You're a bit like our Alan Partridges, except you don't live in
Men
them.
of the night.
I know all the service stations.
Do you take
North.
do you take a big plate? Tell me you do.
I stay in random ones.
Do you know who stays in random hotels as well? Serial killers. Just saying.
Yeah, they don't leave a pattern. Dave Nibble said, if you're staying in Camberley, you can come to my house. Well, do you know what? I'm not staying in Camberley, and I'm not going to the show, but I will come to your house.
When you're not there.
I'll just be there. I'll be there at your window. Okay. Right, what
No,
else
you've got
are you
loads-
talking about?
Loads
So,
of options, really
Mostly
accessible.
hotels, because that was the main question, I suppose.
Reading's
What
not
guests
bad, is
are
it?
you most
Right.
looking forward to seeing? What
Uh,
guests?
most
are you
looking forward to see. Do we know all the guests?
Nick Roche is going to be there, isn't he?
Yes.
Nick Roach, yeah, I believe
Yeah.
he is. Who
Peter
else?
Cullen?
I feel that one might be a lie.
No, it's true. It's true. He said the only way he will attend TFN is if it's in
Is if-
Berkshire.
Reading.
Yeah, it's in Reading.
I refuse to go to Birmingham, but
Seen the
Reading,
office.
I'm
He was
in.
the English one. He was like, right, I know where I have to go.
Oh,
The
yeah,
mayor of
it's got
Reading
a
owned him.
cardboard cutout of Peter Cullen. Over there.
What are the 13 primes? Gods or some sort of creators to Cybertronians? I
Is Jean
guess
Paul
they're,
Bove there? Oh, sorry. Was that a question about
Yes.
13 primes?
Yeah.
They're not gods, are they? They're the first Cybertronians created by primes.
Are they created by gods? Is Primus a god?
A Primus is supposed to be, yeah, he is essentially the Transformers version of God, yeah. Depending on
Cool.
like the story you go by. And I go by Simon Furman's because that's the one I read in the comic. That's the law.
Yeah. No
Just
other story matters.
Logging on
I will be
Skype
taking
there.
no
Apart
questions.
from when we have James, apart from when James Roberts comes on, and then his is the law.
or anybody else who comes up with their own story.
Andrew Bob.
Oh dear.
Cash out is £43 now, with
No,
4
you've got
minutes
hold
to
on.
go.
You've got
Was
hold
it a
on.
free bet as well?
No, I put money.
Oh,
in.
you actually spent some of your money. Oh, that's. Do you know if that had been a free bet, then that's.
I
Chef's
put,
kiss.
Je ne sais quoi.
put 60 quid on. I'm going to get 50 quid back.
No, I wish I just put £100 on Victor Moses to reappear in 2024 and score a goal. Like 10 years ago when he played for Chelsea.
Luton.
Billion to one.
When he at Bolton?
Wigan.
Any-
I think you're thinking of Wigan,
Okay.
another northwestern team.
Are we going to
Any
have new
TFC
Transformer show shots
Ooh.
for the mini
Jamie's
coin?
saying, stop talking about football and Victor Moses. Are we having any more TF the Show t-shirts? It's a great question. And Jamie, funny you say that, because Virtual Dave has asked the same question.
What a coincidence. What a quickie dink. Will
It's
there be any new
presently,
merch?
it's presently with the design team. If we see a design that we like, we will consider it.
Have you let her out the basement yet?
Have you let stop destroying
Shut
the
up.
illusion of the design team?
Get that design sorted.
We have a crack team on it
I
right
often
now.
find tears
As
make
soon
them
as
work
she's finished
better.
with me tea.
Doesn't the Thundercat layer have a gel at the bottom right-hand paw?
I haven't got it yet.
And on the other side, a sweatshop for t-shirts.
Sweatshop.
Yeah, we're actually
Emma,
this time. If you
text
buy a
message.
t-shirt, they will be hand stitched.
Do you think no? Maybe we could use the Blokees technique is we just send people a plain t-shirt with a transfer and they have to iron it on themselves. Build your t-shirt.
Oh, build your own. Just send
It's
us
so
the
much
markers. Some fabric pens. Go on, lads. Now Transformers the show.
We talked about the accommodation. It's probably worth saying Reading is really easy to get to as well.
And easy
Great
to leave.
transport links. Yes. After TF Nation, not before. Right on the M4. So really, reasonably priced. Loads of places to stay. Loads of places to eat and drink. And
If
it's
it
easy
wasn't
to get
down
to.
south, it'd be great.
Why is
No.
it pronounced
I love
Reading
Reading.
and not Reading?
Because that's how it's pronounced. Just historical.
Why is
Go back
Go back in
why
time.
is
Jamie.
Warwick? Why is Warwick not pronounced Warwick? I
Why,
don't
why
know.
is Leicestershire not Leicestershire? You go back in history and ask them.
But yeah,
I
big
propose you change the name.
The worst ones are in Scotland.
Yeah.
Kirkcudbright. Kirkcudbright? What?
Edinburgh. No, Edinburgh. But it says Edinburgh. No, Edinburgh.
Middlesbrough there for there, isn't it? Middlesbrough. No, it's
Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough. Spell it. Middlesbrough.
Borough, man.
It's like Kirkcuddy. It's like
Why
why have you got an extra K? You don't need it.
I mean, come on. If we're going to go down this line, surely we've got to talk about the Welsh place names. I mean, some of them. What's the one that's like ridiculously long and ends with gok gok gok?
Yeah,
Ed,
at least
tell
he knows
in the
it.
chat,
Wait, you said
tell us-
cock, cock, cock.
Of course you did. On the brain, Jamie. On the brain. Get your mind out the gutter.
Not with this hand, that would be for.
You're gonna have to be a lefty tonight.
£46 cash out.
Come on,
No.
because English
you
is a
dare.
silly language. Oh yeah, it is. What? I'm just Ben Williams.
See what happens when we don't have a lot of pickups. We end up slagging off other nations.
This is because of Jamie's injury. If he'd
Yeah.
opened it up and showed us properly, we'd still be all right.
Right, what else? Are you staying for 2 days? 1 day? 1 night? 2 nights?
Just before we move on, one of my favourite place names is Wetwang, which is on your way to the coast of Yorkshire.
I've taken a few ladies there in my time.
Come and enjoy my Wetwang.
And we're still there. Random hotel to the wind.
And I remember
Every time
when I
I
was an
drive-
altar boy and my priest took me there. It's great.
So it's my father said to earn some extra money, he went to be an altar boy, and I thought, what was he doing? As an
I saw your face immediately. Gutter, I tell you.
Right. How many nights are you staying for? 2, 1, 3?
I'm saying all year.
Possibly 2, probably 1. Depends on childcare as usual. Anybody else can chime in whenever they feel. Have you cashed out? 15.
No.
You may as well go.
Yeah, but look,
Potential returns,
them has
59,
finished,
22.
so we're just waiting for Paris Saint-Germain to finish.
So you've won, basically.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Imagine how
Two
good it'd be if there was
2
goals.
goals in the last 3 minutes.
Absolutely devastated.
I'm all smug. Wait, hang on.
JJ Okocha? Where's he come from?
He's been ringing him up saying, "Oh, come on, just let me have it." I mean, he was close enough. Oh dear.
But
Question, Dave.
wasn't another Transformer toy-related convention about November as well?
Roll out, roll call, I think. normally.
Hasn't that been cancelled this year? I'm sure I read something about they weren't doing it this year because of the minicon. I think they'd cited as the problem because obviously a lot of people are diverting their funds to attend that. I could be wrong, and if anybody again in the chat knows any different, but I'm sure I read something about it online, unofficially. But yeah,
It's in a lovely part of the world as well. In the New Forest, it's a really gorgeous drive.
Is that down south?
Yes.
Of course it fucking is. I'm joking.
Well down south. Yeah, well down south.
You can't get me
I have to go further south.
This Sunday, I will be going to the NEC toy convention in Birmingham.
So what's prompted this visit, Jamie?
What has prompted this visit is I had the week of hell and the week of hell before. So I've had 3 weeks of really bad hell. And just went, fuck it, I need to do something completely different and get my mind off. Or I'm going to murder someone, which I don't want to do because I don't like prison. The bid's crap. And the banter's not there. So I'm going to do something and just try to reset my entire system. Because when you're just...
toy therapy, Jamie. You need toy therapy,
and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for visionaries, even though I've got them all, so I don't need to. I'm going to just have fun, look around, and just.
Have you got the Dagger Assault then?
Not yet. But see, the Dagger Assault is going down to about a complete good condition Dagger Assault should be about 450 now. It's gone down a lot in price because people are not buying them anymore. So. If I see a Dagger Assault for about 400 quid, I'm buying it. It also.
Anybody's one? NEC? Who's watching?
Test his resolve. Have it at 415. Something like that.
425. Every time he says 400, make it go up a bit.
Yeah.
It's a flag leg.
Stuart's there tomorrow. No, Sunday. You said Stuart's there
Sunday.
What?
Wow.
Will you be identifying yourself through a Transformers the Show T-shirt, perhaps, Jim?
Oh yes, I definitely will. But also with this majestic face, I'm always identifying myself. So
how does the face become majestic?
Well, I'd wear the T-shirt.
I mean, whether you cover it or not, it's up to you. But I'd wear it.
Just the T-shirt. You have to leave, good sir. Whatever do you mean?
No bottom. Just air cocking it.
You haven't done the helicopter yet.
Take off the Transformers the Snow T-shirt before you offer people helicopter rides.
I was thinking about that'd be a good idea for a cosplayer. Spring, I wouldn't.
Yeah, if TFN becomes an unfamily friendly show.
If you use body paint, it's clean. If you use body paint. It's now art.
Why did you get kicked out of that toy convention? Well, funny story.
Not so funny when you think about it.
I say funny. What I actually mean is
deeply disturbing.
Are you question right? Are you going to bring a toy with you? And I asked this question before because sometimes I bring a toy to like TFN just to like put on the table and go, oh, that's a toy. You want to talk about? You three going to bring a toy
to the minicon?
Funny.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'd keep those in your room, Jamie. If I'm being honest.
I don't think I will.
I think sometimes it's cool. It depends what you bring in though, because like if you had a G1 Black Zarak, you wouldn't bring that, would you? As much as it'd be a flex, it would also die on the table somewhere and fall to pieces. So. I probably wouldn't do something like that. But I have done in the past. I've brought the occasional one.
The only toy I would bring would be Unicron HasLab, and I would sit next to Dan, and I'd go, "Come on, fucker, transform!"
Go on then, son. Prove it.
Ankle clasp. You're going to do it, son.
That is not good advice. That is not good advice at all.
Yeah, we should all bring a CJ face. I think we should just like best of all CJ face.
That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for at TFN. Is the G1 8 face, not a Siege one.
G1 was awesome. Yeah, that's the correct one. Pete.
Yeah.
You
Is anyone in
bring-
chat going to
Oh,
NEC Birmingham this Sunday?
anybody in the chat? Stuart, I know you said you were.
Stuart Dine's going. That's it. Bumble Jumper's going to the services. He says it's not nice though. Well, you need to up your toll, don't you, on that M5 bridge? Make a little bit more money.
Oh, you you should get on
What
Skype.
the
I won, by the way, £59.22. Cash out at £59.21 because Plymouth went 3-1 up.
Oh dear.
Get a new son.
It's your son's birthday on Sunday.
He'd still have the other one.
Is it mixed? I'm sure, Mick, it's your birthday on Sunday. And it's my birthday on Sunday.
Oh my God.
Being born on the 29th of September.
I've actually got you a present, Paul, but I'm not going to post it. So I'll give it to you when we next meet up.
In 2025.
No, well, I'll probably meet up before then. But no, I genuinely got it. You know, not the same present, well, as the same stuff I got for Andy. It's on sale.
Ben's going.
Crazy reductions.
Ben, pick my present up from Jamie, please. Mick, what? Mix between that was what? Dave
Like
Nichols' son's? I'm confused. Dave's son's birthday, Ed's son's birthday, my birthday. There's a lot of people. What were people up to? January.
People's parents and people were horny 9 months ago.
Yeah.
New Year's
however
Eve.
many years.
New Year's Eve.
Ring
in the new year if I'm
ringing in.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
How old will you be again, Paul?
I'm just going to apologise to my really Catholic parents. I'm so sorry that Pete said that. I'll be 43.
No.
43. Fuck. Once you get over 37, you might as well be 58 or something.
That is how it feels.
Shit.
Might as well be dead.
Anyway,
I've actually enjoyed it more, I think. I would say 20s were quite good. 30s were all right. I'd say 40s were, so far, pretty good.
Yeah,
the best 3 years of my life.
I wake up and I still think I'm in my 20s. And that's it.
Were you in a coma?
No, I wake up next to May Lynn, you monster. May Lynn still looks like she's in her 20s. So I feel like
that doesn't mean you do.
Time is stopped for her. I'm still looking for the fucking painting up in the attic.
If you were in your 20s, you must have had one hell of a paper.
Yeah.
That was Glasgow.
A horrific blow to the head.
Oh, dear. Oh, good times.
Cool. Right. We'll end it there. So head to Transformers the Show on Facebook, TF Show on Twitter, and join us there. Plus, we're on TikTok and Instagram as well. Thanks for seeing us tonight. We'll see you soon. Some of us will see you at TF in Reading and other places.
Or just next week.